Hello, and welcome to Walks with Holly. If you are joining me for the first time, I am Holly, and I am a housewife and mom of 4 kids. I am also a homeschooling mom. And we, my mom and I, are continuing our question and answer series for homeschooling. And we are still just going through the list here of questions, but today's question is a common question that both of us get asked, and that is, what kind of things do I need to teach or should my child know in preschool? So I thought you could talk about your views on preschool for homeschooling.
Okay. First of all, I actually got my degree. You probably didn't even know this, but my degree was in early childhood education.
Okay.
You probably didn't even know that. I graduated from my ASU with that degree. And so I need to tell you that I didn't learn as much as I learned later on when I started looking at research. And I would highly recommend, if you can, not to send your child to preschool. I know that's shocking everybody, like, oh my gosh, how are they going to prepare for school? Well, let's talk about the human brain. What are we trying to accomplish here? First of all, when a child is at preschool age, it has been shown that research says that a child should be able to have large portions of time where they're just using their imagination. You don't get that in preschool, especially these all-day daycare centers. You go from going to snack, we're going to this, we're going to that, we're going to the playground, we're going to this. They're moved around, they're interacting with other children, but a child's imagination and just spending time alone is more valuable than all this activity. I know, surprise. And, well, you knew this, but here's how it works. The brain begins to develop, and as it begins to develop, the integrated maturity level of the brain starts to come together. Now, during this time, this very, very crucial time, especially 2, 3, and 4 years old, the child needs these huge windows. The only interruption should be it's time to eat and it's time to take a nap. And it's time to go for a walk. The little interruptions like that. But if they have large areas of play areas where they can play with all kinds of interactive toys, just using their imagination with practically nothing, they get the pots and pans out, whatever. There's no set things that I can say that you could use for the child. But here's what happens. Their brain begins to use its imagination, and it's developing the brain. Now, by the time the child gets to 5th or 6th grade, you're getting into the next level of the brain, the ability to reason and think. And if a child has spent a lot of time just using its imagination, that child will leap over any other students in the classroom with their ability to reason and think out problems. The child that is stifled in a preschool setting where they're doing one thing after another and always like, you're doing this in a group and now we're doing this, those children are going to not have that ability in their brain. They're not going to be able to reason and think. They're going to be at the rote level. The rote level is just a very simplistic part of the brain where you just learn this letter is A. Okay, I know you think, oh my gosh, they have to learn to read. Yes, give them books. Let them just look through books like crazy. That's wonderful. Let them just explore. You don't have to teach them their alphabet and their letters. I mean, it's okay if you do, but don't interrupt that great time of just letting their imagination go crazy. So that is my advice. I'm sorry it's a little disturbing to some of you, but that's the truth. Okay, so I didn't do preschool with my kids, and pretty good thinkers. So there you go.
Okay, and we realize that some people do send their child to preschool or daycare is what it's often called, because they two-career family,
Yes.
and they need to send their child there because they're not home. But if you are able to keep your child home, then we highly recommend it. And with what's going on in our world today, So many people are working from home today, and I don't even know really if daycares, preschools are even open these days. I don't know.
Yeah, you might not be able to send them this year.
You might not want to even have them go because they have to wear a mask or whatever the reason be. So just, know that you do not have to send them to preschool. And I did mention this, but I was also a preschool teacher many, many years ago. And, that's pretty much all it is just daycare. It's not... They're not learning anything that's going to get them into Harvard. It is so true. So anyways, yeah, that is our pretty much our answer for the preschool question. So I hope that this helps. We'll probably talk further on, or I'll talk further on about just things you can do at home when your children are preschool age, and easy curriculum if you do want to be preparing them for stuff that they need to learn in kindergarten. They sometimes call that pre-K, I guess.
Right. And they also you think they need that socialization, being with the other children. Children at that age play side by side.
Yeah.
They don't play with other children. And so you're not ruining their life by not having them be socialized. It's okay if they play with other children, and like I said, side by side, but it's not essential. That's the main thing.
If you want the socialization, then I highly recommend mom groups.
Yeah.
And play dates with other moms with the same age.
Right.
Or
those are great.
Things through your church, such as MOPS.
But just don't sit down and try to teach them something all day long. That's what you need to concern yourself with. It's okay for them to play.
Yes.
That is their work. Play is work.
Okay, well, that's all that we have for today. And again, I appreciate you watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel, because we have a lot of questions about homeschooling that we are planning to cover, and I don't want you to miss a single video. And if you have any questions about homeschooling that I have not already answered in this series, please put your question down below in the comment section, and we will do our best to answer your question. But again, I appreciate you watching this video and supporting the channel, and I hope to see you next time on Walks with Holly.